So if anybody has blocks at home, you might want to grab them. We're going to use them here. We'll start seated today in Vadrasana. How we're just going to center our mind, calm our thoughts and our breath, set our intention, and then get started for today. So nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's do 3 of these. And when you're ready, let your eyes close. Feel the muscles in your face just soften and melt towards the floor. Your hands, notice the contact they may be making on your thighs. And then just allow your breath to assume its natural rhythm. We'll just take a moment here to focus on the breath. Noticing where it comes into the body, where it leaves. Notice the bottom of each exhale. How that pause might be slightly different than the one before. Take a moment to notice the sounds of the space around you. Become comfortable with the space. Come back to the breath, letting any distractions come in and go. And if you'd like to set an intention for yourself, you do so now. When you're ready, we're just going to blink the eyes open. Come back to this space. Welcome, Jen. We're going to interlace our hands in front of us, and we're going to press out. On the inhale, we're going to arch and reach those hands up to the sky. On the exhale, we'll round out, dropping the chin between the arms. Inhale, rise up, reaching. Exhale, round out, nice gentle arch, and round, sinking lower. Go to your breath, 3 more. Two. Arching and sinking a little deeper each time, taking your time, there's no rush here. And just round out on this last one. Let your arms come down to the floor. Drawing that breath into the abdomen. And slowly rise up, stacking your vertebrae. We're coming into a tabletop position next. Nice and gentle. Hands are directly under your shoulders. Knees are under your hips. We're going to start out by doing some circles. So let's do 5 circles in one direction, and then we'll shift and go in the other direction. Go at your speed. We're just warming up the wrists, the shoulders, the hips, nice and gently here. We're going to create a lot of brain cells tonight with all of our balances and holds. And we want to be ready and warmed up properly. And switch directions if you haven't already. And coming back to neutral here, just make sure your knees are back underneath. And we're going to take the right leg, still in our tabletop position, and we're just going to extend that right leg here. We're going to rock back and forth and just get some balance here. Forward and back on that toe. A little bit more pronounced each time. You might feel a little bit of the calf opening up. Coming back to neutral, we're going to lift that right leg, flexing the foot so that the toes are pointing towards the mat. Just going to hold this for a few breaths. From here, we're shifting all of our weight into that left arm. We're going to lift the right arm up over our body. We're going to open up into a half moon here, so foot is still flexed. We're in about half moon, half side plank pose here. You start to get comfortable and then shift your gaze around. Whatever works for you, looking up or down. We're going to tap that right foot back down to the ground, or on the toes. We're going to shift so that our left arm is up off the ground, right arm is along the leg. We're really coming into the side body here. Right on. One more breath. Coming back down onto that left hand. Leg is parallel to the floor again. We're going to grab onto it here. Get yourself into a nice quadricep stretch. A little bit of a back bend, not too much here. We're really working to open the hip flexor, the quadricep. And again, looking wherever is comfortable for you. You want to roll that right shoulder back, open up the chest as best you can while keeping your balance. 2 more breaths. And roll back into tabletop nice and gently. And into 5 cat-cows here just to reset. Go to your breath. One more. And we're coming back to neutral. We're going to do the same sequence, but leading with the right arm. So again, we're just going to extend that left foot, start rocking back and forth. Bigger movements each time. And we're going to lift that left foot off the mat. Foot is flexed, toe is pointing down to the floor. We're going to open up here into our half moon. So driving all the energy through that right hand. Slowly rotating open. Keeping that leg parallel to the floor. more. And again, once you find your balance, you can gaze up or down. Nice. Tapping that left foot down, right onto the toes. We're going to draw ourselves up off the mat as slowly as you need to get your balance. Two more breaths. Coming back down onto that right hand, and again, we're coming up into a Shavasana. Grabbing onto the foot. Nice quadricep stretch here, small back bend. Rolling that left shoulder, opening up the chest as and when you're ready. And roll out of that nice and gently back into tabletop. And I'm going to do 5 more cat-cows just to shake that out. Inhale, sinking down. Exhale, round out, looking back towards the feet. Two more. And from here, we're going to curl those toes under the shins, come up into down dog on the exhale. And work yourselves left to right, either pedaling or just shifting those hips. And come into a low lunge. So looking forward, stepping that right leg through the feet, hands, and sinking down into a low lunge here. Nice. Flattening that back foot. Extend all the way up, sinking into it, opening up that hip flexor. Nice and gentle, slowly sinking into it. Probably feeling a little tight still here. And we're doing a side bend, so lowering one hand down. Again, it's mostly just to help you not sink into the stretch too quickly. Use your block if you need. Nice. And come out of that. We're rising up into a crescent pose here, so high lunge, stepping up, positioning both feet forward facing, up on the back toes, nice and stable. Arms are up. And bringing your arms one in front, one behind. And we're going to exhale to standing. Inhale, sinking down. We're repeating this. We might be sinking a little bit lower each time. Again, it's warming up that hip flexor. Nice. 3 more. from here, we're coming into a warrior three. So we're sinking down. We're extending those hands forward, lifting off that back foot, coming into warrior three here. You can keep a bend in that right knee. Exhaling, pressing into the knee. Inhale, you can come down. Repeat 4 more. Really building the balance in that right leg. Or just hold. Dynamic is an option. We're bringing the left knee in for a hug. Don't mind me. And bringing that down in towards the leg into Vrksasana, tree pose here. And we're going to do a side bend over that extended leg. Good. Come back into crescent pose when you're done. And all the way back down. We're coming into lizard here. So flattening that back foot. Opening up the right arm. We're going to open it up. You should feel this. In the hip flexor all the way down. And we're going to exhale, bring the hand back into the center. Inhale, open up. Exhale, lower that top hand. Repeat. Opening up a little bit more of that chest each time we rotate open. And again, that rotation should be moving a little bit of that hip flexor. Last one here, opening up, grabbing for that back foot, pulling it off the mat, sinking a little bit farther off the knee. So you're on the quadricep. We're really working into that quadricep here. Nice and tall upper body. Once you get into the hold, rolling that right shoulder back, opening the chest as best you can, looking back towards the foot. And slowly trying to draw the heel into the butt. Five more breaths. And release that left foot back down. Both hands come into the center. One more time up on that left hand. And we're going to come into a fallen star. So stepping that right foot out. Extending the right foot, extending the left. Fallen star here. And pivoting around on the left foot, we're coming back into a down dog, so stepping the feet back onto the mat. And shifting back and forth or pedaling those feet before we move on to the other side. On the inhale, we're drawing the left foot up, looking forward, stepping the left foot through into a lunge. All the way down, low lunge here. And we'll arch up, reaching the arms, sinking slowly into the stretch. Lower that left arm and side bend here. Again, use that block so that you don't fall too quickly into it. Good. Back to center. We're rising up into our crescent pose. Curling the toe in, stepping up, higher lunge here. Again, reaching up to start, up on the back right toes. Find your positioning of your legs, they're both facing forward. Hips are centered. And on the exhale, we're rising up, nice and tall, straight legs. Inhale, sink down. Exhale, rise up, bringing our hands to our center. That's not going to help. Three more. Last one here. We're sinking down and then we're stepping into our warrior three. Again, keeping a bend in that left knee to start. As and when you're ready, you can straighten that leg on the exhale. Sink on the inhale. Make it dynamic if you like. And bringing that right knee into the chest for a good hug. Working on our balance a little more here. Nice and tall upper body. Really engaging those arms, drawing the shoulder blades together. Sorry. And into Vrksasana here. Tree pose. And a side bend. So we're going to lower the right arm, lift the left hand, and we're side bending over that right knee. Good job. Back to center, back to crescent pose. And lowering down into our low lunge lizard here. So you may want to step that front foot out a little bit farther. Nice. So from here, we're planting the right hand, lowering the right foot, toes down. We're opening up on the inhale, that arm. Rounding back out on the exhale, planting the left hand back down. For 5. 3 more. 2. 1 more. This next one, we're opening up, reaching back to our right foot, pulling it off the mat, drawing our heel into the butt while we sink off the knee, Opening up that hip flexor of the right leg, the hip of the left. More breaths. Try to keep a nice tall upper body, looking back, opening up the chest, left shoulder is rolled back. Again, you work the pose to your body. Don't force yourself into a pose. And release that back foot. Planting both hands here. Roll out that right wrist. It's probably giving you a little bit of grief. Pressing up here. And we're going to come into a falling star. So stepping that left foot out. Rotating the body so you're pivoting on the right foot. Lowering down. Coming down into down dog, pedaling those feet one more time here. Trying to press both heels back, shifting the shoulders towards the mat, really drawing yourself, melting your heart to the mat while pressing those heels in. And we're going to come into child's pose here. Just to take the weight off the wrists. You are welcome to come into embryo, roll those wrists around, whatever helps you. All right, so now we're really going to combine all of these moves that we've been doing the first half a little bit more vigorously. So we're going to come into down dog and we're going to lift our right leg, come into crescent, half moon, and then a standing split. So our combination is a standing split to a half moon. Again, you may want to have your block beside you in close enough because we're starting with the right leg and then we're going to open up to the left, so make sure it's on the left side of your mat. So to start, coming into a down dog here. On the inhale, we're going to draw that right leg up. Gaze forward, bend the left knee, step through. From here, we're going to come into a standing split. So, right leg slowly straightens, left hand, you're up on the fingertips. Dropping the head, chin to chest. Left foot is up in the air. From here, when you're ready, you're going to open up the body into your half moon. You can use your block if you like. Slowly straightening into the pose. Rolling back into your standing split when you're ready. Great. Standing split here. Bring both feet together. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, rise up all the way. Hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway flat back. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, standing split here. We're going to do 3, lifting that left foot off the mat. Coming down onto flat hands if you can, or if you need to use your blocks, that's fine. Drawing the chin to chest. Slowly opening up into half moon when you're ready. Lowering that left hand down. Back to your standing split. Lifting that left leg a little bit higher. Bring it down, Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Last time on this side. Left leg comes all the way off the mat. Lifting into your standing split. Opening when you're ready into your half moon. Hopefully a little bit smoother and deeper this time. Find that place on the floor to gaze out or on the wall. Standing split, lifting that left leg as high up as you can. Nice straight right leg, chin to chest. Drawing that left foot all the way back into the mat. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway. Forward fold. Come on back into crescent pose. Left leg forward, right leg back. And down into down dog. Reset in between legs. Come into child's pose if you need a little extra recovery, whatever works for you. So back into down dog. We're going to inhale, lift that left leg all the way up. Gaze forward, come up on the right toe, bend the right leg, and step through with the left foot. Coming into a standing split here. Right leg comes off the mat. Tucking the chin to chest. Lowering down the hands, however necessary. Possible for you, so either up on the fingertips, flat hands, or on your blocks. And we're going into our first half moon here, opening up nice and gently, finding our balance on the left side. Lowering that hand down. And back into your single leg split. Lowering that right foot to the ground. Inhale, rise up. Inhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Planting the hands, lifting that right leg off the mat. Standing split. As and when you're ready, come into your half moon. Finding a spot on the ground to gaze at or on the wall. And lowering that right hand down. Standing split. Lower the right foot. Inhale all the way up, swooping those up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Forward fold last time. Lifting that right leg off the ground. Standing split, hopefully a little bit higher than you've done before. Opening up into your half moon. Again, hopefully a little more fluid, solid, deeper. Lowering that right hand, standing split. And lower that right but last time. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Come into down dog. And then lower into child's pose here. Take the weight off. We've got one more really vigorous sequence. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, tuck your toes in, come into down dog. We're going to walk, float, or jump our feet to the front of the mat. Coming up on your toes, bending those knees, stepping, hopping, floating, doing a handstand in between, whatever works for you. We're going to rise up with our right knee in our hands, hugging that back into our chest. Nice and tall upper body. Again, we're combining some of the moves we did in the first half. Come into Vrksasana, tree pose here. From here, we're going to come into a floating tree pose. For anybody that would like to do extra half moons, you are welcome to. So we're just going to float our tree. You can either hold there or go straight into your half moon. From your half moon, you're coming back up and we're extending the big toe straight out. Same hand, very good. Good. From here, come back into your floating tree. Half moon if you'd like in between. This is optional. Depends on how you feel today. Back into your floating Vrksasana. Extend that big toe. One more. Floating tree. Half moon as option. Back into your floating tree. Extend that big toe. This time crossing that leg over the opposite knee, sinking down, hands to heart. Great, good job finding your balance. And forward fold here, hanging just upside down, Uttanasana. Bending the knees, really tucking the chest and the abdomen into the thighs. Hanging the upper body down, the head is long and heavy. And coming up to standing, left knee is hugging into your chest. Tall upper body. Come into Vrksasana tree pose here with the left leg. Now we've got our floating tree. Come into your half moon if you so desire. Back to floating tree. Extend that leg, grabbing on with your peace fingers, big toe. Floating tree, half moon. Find your flow, find your rhythm and your balance. Trying to do 3. back up. Floating tree. Extended big toe. Floating tree. Last half moon here. Floating tree. And extended big toe. Last one. Good job. Cross that leg over. Sink down. Hands to heart. Good. Forward fold here. Uttanasana, hinging at the hips. Letting the arm from the head hang down. And we're coming into Malasana, passive squat here. Opening up the feet as much as you need. If you want a block underneath you or a blanket, some sort of a bolster for a more passive squat, that's fine. You sink in as your hips allow. Lowering it as you're able to. Nice tall upper body. If you need to press those elbows into your legs, that might help. We're going to draw the air into our abdomen. And slowly come to seated here. We're going to keep the knees in front of us. We're doing our windshield wipers. So with or without your hands, we're going to drop both legs to the right. See, we want them staggered so that they come in 2 double fours. Deer pose here. And we're going to slowly go to the opposite side. We're going to windshield wiper back and forth. Use your hands if you need to. We're really working those inner thighs, the hip flexors. Seated on the butt. Takes a little bit of the strain off the lower back. And let's come back to the right, so both of those knees are pointed to the right. Find your space on the mat. We're going to walk the hands around, rotating the upper body, and slowly lowering down onto the forearms. So you're in a slight rotated side bend here. Nice and gentle. Dropping the head. Press your hands up. And you're going to try and walk those hands around a little bit more, getting a little bit more depth to that rotation. Breathe into it. Good. Keeping the right hand where it is, lift the left hand up and over, sinking into a gentle side bend, bending the right elbow if needed. And slowly lowering your body, working your way around to the front for a forward fold. Walking those hands, come into a forward fold over that right knee. Trying to bring the forehead down to the mat as best as possible. Your right hip flexor, IT bend, they're probably firing up right now. Press yourself up nice and gently, stacking those vertebrae one at a time. And we're going to switch the legs so that they're both going to the left. Some gentle transition here, deer pose. Good. And again, we're starting by walking those hands to the left, coming down onto the forearms. You may feel a different tightness in each side. Be gentle with your body. And pressing up here, we're walking those hands around the back of the body. A little bit more of an intense rotation here. Move around, see where you feel it most. And keeping the left hand where it is, lifting that right arm off the ground, reaching over the body, side bend here. Bend the left elbow if that helps. You can even walk it out onto the mat farther. And slowly roll yourself forward, walking those fingers and hands all the way to the front so that you're doing a forward fold over that left knee. Lowering down onto your fists or your hands, straight onto your forehead, whatever works for you. Pressing up, stacking the vertebrae gently, bring those feet together in front, bind them with your hands, wrapping the hands all the way around, and just butterfly those legs, trying to bring the heels closer to you while pressing the knees away. Nice and tall upper body, and then slowly round forward. Gentle here, you may be feeling it through the knees. Four more breaths. Slowly stack your vertebrae. We're going to grab a block, a bolster, a towel, a blanket. We're going to put that block right in front. We're going to extend the feet out. Put our feet on top of it. So it's about double, like a diamond. And we're going to bring our arms underneath. And we're going to slowly roll forward this way. So you feel the stretch a little bit differently in the legs. Oh, yes. If you don't, you're very blessed. Hooray for you. Be patient while we all stretch out. Try and gain a little bit more flexibility. And use that block as leverage to pull on, drawing you a little bit closer. You can even pulse into this stretch here. Trying to break up that fascia a little bit more, any of the tight spots you may have. You know I love my pulsing. Good. And release out of that. We're coming into supine, just laying flat on our backs, but we're not done yet. No happy dance yet. We've got a few abs left to do, so let's just roll down nice and gently into Shavasana. Let the lower back reset, find its natural curve along the mat. And we're going to do some hollow holds first. See how we go. So, arms are outstretched as far as you can, beyond your head. And we're rising up about a foot off the ground. The heels are together. And inhale down. Exhale, rise up. Put a foot off the ground. Arms are by your ears. Release. 8 more. Keep those heels together. Use your breath to power you. That's 4. Halfway. 4 more. 3. 2 more. Last one. Good, relax. Nice deep breath. Oh, that felt good. We should do it again. But we won't. L's. So, left leg is straight up in the air. Right leg is hovering over the mat. Those arms are coming over your head. And we're going to exhale, pressing those arms to the outside of the leg. Inhale, bringing the arms over the head. Exhale, back to the inside. Change legs. Exhale, outside of the leg. Inhale above the head. Exhale, inside of the leg. Inhale above the head, switch legs. Repeat this motion. Go to your breath, your speed, switching legs. Switch. 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 Switching. 1 more in each leg. Just imagine how amazing Shavasana will feel tonight. Relax. Well done. Oh, reach those arms over the head. Inhale, deep breaths, arching the lower back. Filling the abdomen with air. 1 more. Nice deep breath out through the mouth and relax. Just let all the muscles fall towards the mat. Appreciate the moment of having stopped. And take a moment here just to reflect on any intention you may have set for yourself at the beginning of class. And with a smile on our faces, let's give thanks for something that may have happened to us, something somebody did or said to us today that put a smile on our face. I'm happy for this incredible group of strong women that joined tonight. So happy that you all spent an hour doing something for you. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourselves a nice little hug in Vipassana. And slowly roll over to the side, pushing yourself up gently. Coming back to the presence of the room. Namaste. Thank you for joining. I hope that was intense enough.